Hey there guys, Zarva here and bringing you part 19 of my F1 2014 career mode, and it's time for season 1 finale. Here we are at Abu Dhabi for double points here for this last race of the season in our Williams as usual. Here in practice we've just got setups to do. Obviously the last race of the season, no R&D test to do, but it's been a long season, 19 races, and we're finally here. It's gone by in a flash. And the support on this series has been amazing, so hopefully we can smash the likes for this one, this last episode for this Season 1 career mode. So here we are in practice, and we've just got to do setup work basically. Abu Dhabi, usually a favourite track of mine in terms of, you know, just one lap pace. I'm not too sure about the race pace, we'll have to see. Usual trend is, you know, we're usually much better in qualifying than we are in the race, but we'll have to see how it goes. But it'd be absolutely awesome if we could maybe try and finish this season off with a win maybe, so we'll have to see. Double points as well, so that may also you know, mean if we win we could get closer to Rosberg in the championship. We'll have to see. But moving on to the practice results, it was a pretty standard practice session, but we ended up 1 second ahead of Lewis Hamilton in his Mercedes, and that was on the prime tires in practice, so that was quite surprising to see. A 1 second gap there, a 1:45, so nowhere near the actual pace we'll be doing in qualifying, so we'll have to see how it goes. So into Q1 now, and we're first place by 9/10 of a second to Nico Rosberg, and that was on the prime tires because it's Q1, so we used the prime tire, so that was quite a surprisingly big gap. But then going into Q2, the gap decreased ever more, and we're down to 5th place now, actually slower by 8/10 to Rosberg's Mercedes on the option tire. So a bad run in Q2. We still made it into Q3, but it wasn't a great run in Q2, so we're going to have to do much better here. So here we are with that final lap in Q3. This is the last flying lap we'll be doing of the season here at Abu Dhabi. Here we go, on to the pit straight now, starting our lap now towards that turn 1. Tricky left-hander down to 3rd gear, and we really just want to kiss the apex, let the car roll through. Very tricky stuff. And now through this left and then right, really long swooping corners. This is where our suspension will really work for us, and the springs will work for us. Down into the end of sector 1, diving down to the chicane, left and then right, very tight, get into 2nd gear for that second part. Now through to the stadium section, into the hairpin, 2nd gear. We really did not take that apex very well, actually. We took it a bit too tight. You really just want to take a sort of mid-ish line, not too wide, not too tight. Otherwise we will compromise ourselves for this back straight, which we have a tiny bit, I feel. But we're still going well up into 8th gear with DRS open down this long back straight. Now down to this really hard braking zone, down to 2nd gear. Now another chicane left and right, and this right-hander is really tricky. You don't want to hit that curb on the right, or else I'll unsettle the car. Now down to the back straight, and coming towards his next section, which will be a very tricky sector 3. Opening DRS for this sector. We'll just about get into 8th gear, I think. Yes, we will. Down to the end of sector 2 now, and we've obviously gone purple. No one else has set a time on track, so we're just having to see how it goes after we've set our time. But now into sector 3, a really nice sector if you can get it right, and so far we have in 2nd gear there through the left-hander, and now we go into the sunlight, gazing into our eyes, blinding us almost. Now through to this long triple right-hander almost, and now through to right-hander under the hotel now. Obviously when it gets to the race time, this will be a lovely place to drive. Under the bridge, onto the left-hander, 3rd gear, and then try and keep it wide as possible to get the speed. Now through the right-hander into 3rd gear, now back up to 4th, now through to the last corner, 3rd gear corner, chuck it right and just let the car roll through. Now go to the exit, and here we go for the end of the lap. It's going to be a 1:43.457. Let's see if that's good enough for pole, and it is. We've got pole position by 4/10 of a second, pretty much 5/10 actually, 4.72 of a second. So that is awesome stuff there to get pole position from Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the last race of the season. So this is going to put us in a great chance to get 1st place. So there we go, pole position for the last race. Awesome stuff, great achievement there to get pole position for the last one. Let's hope the race is a good one. It's going to be a long one, obviously, as I haven't even mentioned yet. It's going to be a 100% race. I even forgot to mention that. You probably could see it by the title and the thumbnail, but I forgot to mention it in the actual video. Now, we are doing a 100% race, so it is going to be a very long Grand Prix ahead of us. 55 laps indeed. So here's the setup now, and going through the suspension. The 5.5 on the spring suspension is a really key trait of my setup here in Abu Dhabi. I feel it really makes a difference to get through those swooping corners in the first sectors to gain the time on the AI. Just my personal preference. Some people go with the usual 11-11 springs, but I definitely think 5.5 is the way to go for the first sector against the AI. It just feels more comfortable for me. But the strategy thinks we're going to be doing option prime 2 stops, so we'll have to see about that. You know, obviously the AI are very good at their tyre wear. but we'll try our best as ever against the AI. They're always quite tricky on the first stint, so we'll just have to try and do our best, and let's see if we can get that win there. Obviously double points as well, so it's 50 points here for the win, so that will be quite a nice juicy big points haul if we could do it for this last race of the season here in Season 1 at Abu Dhabi. But let's just try our best. Let's get onto the grid for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, episode 19 of this career mode. A 100% race, so it's going to be a long race, 55 laps here. So let's get onto the grid. Here we are in pole position, Hamilton second place, Rosberg third, and my teammate is down the order, I believe, in 8th place. There you go. So quite down the order. So here we are onto pole position, and let's see how we do for 55 laps of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Here we go to 5 red lights for the last race of Season 1 career mode. Here we go, 5 red lights, and we are off and getting an okay start. Hamilton got a good start on my left-hand side. Looks like he's going to actually try and jump us there for first place. Looks like he's just edged ahead of us, but we're going to re-overtake him for first place through the left-hander of the first corner. Little snap of oversteer, but we controlled it, and we're back up to first place. Hamilton second, Ricciardo third now. So it looks like he's overtaken Rosberg, who may be down to 4th. Alonso also got a good start there behind me, I think. So now we're going to just go down to this next chicane on lap 1, getting a bit of oversteer there through, especially there at right-hander. You can see I had to go opposite lock there on the right-hander. So I think Hamilton will try and be very punchy here on the first lap. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully this oversteer does not affect us too much in the first stint. But here he comes. Hamilton is being very punchy indeed on the first lap. Here he goes, left-hand side of the track, trying to overtake us on the back straight here. He's overtaken us. That Mercedes power working well for him in that Mercedes W05. We're going to try and re-overtake him around the outside. He's on the left-hand side of the track. I'm on the right-hand side. We've just got back into first place, but Hamilton's got a better exit of that corner, so he will be coming back at us. It looks like he's going to try around the right-hand side now of this back straight. Here he comes. He's overtaking us. I think it may be done. Let's try and go down the inside to try and maybe retake the place, but Hamilton squeezes us out, and Hamilton has got first place there. He just parks it on the apex, and we have got to settle for second place there. Hamilton's just done us on the first lap, so Hamilton being very punchy indeed. AI not usually that punchy in the first lap. I can usually hold them off for the first few laps, but Hamilton being very punchy indeed there on lap 1. So now we cut onto lap 3 now. Hamilton's still in first place. I'm in second, Vettel in third. You can see I'm just under a second behind Hamilton at the moment, but crucially we've got a bit of a gap to Vettel, so me and Hamilton are sort of streaking away from the pack at the moment, but Hamilton's also streaking away from me with every lap gone. So on to lap 4, let's see what the gap is. I think it will just be about a second, just under a second there, so I predicted that right. And so on to lap 5 now. Hamilton's still in first place. Looks like he's getting even more away from us, so 1.5 now the gap is on lap 5. We did a 1:47.6 there on that previous lap, and I think Hamilton just did the fast lap, 1:47 dead, so quite some pace ahead of us, half a second faster than us on lap 5. Vettel is starting to close in, 2.8 only behind us, so definitely the AI having some really good pace here on the option tyres. My option tyres are starting to go off, in fact, so it's not looking too good right now for tyre wear, and it looks like the win is slowly getting away from us at the moment. So on to lap 8 now, and this is going to be a very slow lap time of 1:49.9, so basically a 1:50. And Hamilton has done another 1:47 dead, so 3 seconds faster than me on that lap. So Hamilton 7.4 ahead of me. He's really blitzed it. Vettel is only 5/10 behind me, so I think it may be time to come into the pits right now, which is very surprising because the engineers wanted me to come into the pits on lap 16, so that's 8 laps earlier than the engineers want to. But the tyres are really going off for me, as you can see on this graphic now, as we cut later on to lap 8. You know, I know the tyres aren't brick red or brick orange, but they're really not feeling too good, and we're going, 3 seconds slower than the fastest car, so that's not very good at all. So I think we're going to definitely have to come into pits now for the prime tyres, so an early pit stop here for the primes, and I think, dare I say, we may have to do a 3-stop here compared to the AI's 2-stop. Hamilton's at a 1:46.9, so just under a 1:47. I think we may have to do a 3-stop. I really do think so. I think the tyre wear is just too bad here at Abu Dhabi to try and make the 2-stop work, even with 2 prime stints. I think we're going to have to do a 3-stop with 3 prime stints, so very disappointing indeed that we're going to have to try and do that. We're going to have to try and gain back the time, but it could work. I mean, on fresher tyres, we could try and pounce on the AI, because obviously as it gets towards lap 16, when they're going to pit for their first set of prime tyres or option tyres, whatever it will be, their first option stint will be going off. Their tyres will be very worn. So hopefully maybe we can try and cut back at them, so we'll just have to see. But we've come out in 10th place now after that pit stop, so at least we will be getting good points because we made our one pit stop already. None of the AI have made their pit stops yet, and we're back into 10th place already after that first pit stop. So we'll definitely be getting high points. It's just about whether we'll get onto the podium. Will we be getting the win? I'm not too sure. It's all up in the air at the moment. We could easily gain back that 7 seconds that Hamilton has on us. So now we're up into 9th place on lap 11. Someone has made their pit stop already, and now we're behind Nico Hülkenberg, the German, in the Force India, and we're trying to overtake him for 9th place. We've actually been behind him for a whole lap previously. He's held us up quite a lot here, actually. So we're going to have to desperately try and overtake him now. As we come into the chicane now, a lot of understeer there. As you can see, understeered right off the track onto the curb there. There's a lot of dirty air from his Force India. So we're going to have to try and overtake him as best we can now on lap 11. Hopefully we'll get the DRS. We'll try and get the job done on this lap, because 2 laps held up by a Force India will not be very good for our pace to try and re-overtake and stay ahead of Vettel and Rosberg maybe. So here we go, DRS, slipstreaming him. Hulkenberg, ERS harvesting down the inside of Hulkenberg, and we've got 8th place there on lap 11. Really nice move there down the inside. Hulkenberg harvesting ERS seemingly, and he was going very slowly into that corner. So we took the opportunity when we could see it for 8th place now. So now Raikkonen up ahead in 7th place. I'm going to try and chase after him, and hopefully he will be an easier target than Hulkenberg was. So now we've got onto lap 13 now. Raikkonen up ahead in 7th place in his Ferrari. Hulkenberg 3 seconds back to us, so we've really got the pace over the AI now. Their tyres are starting to go off. They're obviously still on the option tyres from the start, so those will be getting really worn at the moment as we've gone purple in the first sector now on these prime tyres. So it's really working for us. We've got much fresher tyres, then they're much fresher rubber, much better grip into the corners. So let's try and get Raikkonen now, the Iceman, in the Ferrari on lap 13 here, down the back straight. We'll get DRS. Obviously we're much closer than him than we were to Hulkenberg, and we're slipstreaming now. Can we try and easily overtake him into the chicane? Raikkonen moved to the left hand side of the track, and it looks like he's just kind of let us go there. So really weird to see. I've never seen the AI do that before, but Raikkonen seemingly just kind of doing what drivers sometimes do in real life, where they know they're on worn tyres. They just want to do their own race. They don't want to compromise themselves, so they don't defend from a driver on fresher tyres on a different strategy. So very weird to see there from Raikkonen, but obviously he's doing his own race. And now on to lap 14, we're behind our teammate Massa, who may not make it as easy for us. Obviously, we've sort of trounced Massa through the whole season, so maybe this won't be as easy as it was on Raikkonen, because obviously he's got some pride to fight for. We've got the DRS, but we're quite far back from Massa, so I don't think we'll be overtaking him on this straight. But down to the chicane now, we're really closing in on him on the braking there as ever, as against the AI. And now through the right hand, it looks like Massa got a bit of oversteer there. His rear stepped out a tiny bit on the exit, and now down the back straight, another zone of DRS. Here we go, opening our rear flap, getting the extra speed. Here we go, we're going to slipstream Massa, go to the left hand side of the track, down the inside, purple sector there for the second sector, and we've also overtaken Massa for 6th place there. So good stuff right now at the moment on this prime stint. Lots of overtaking done, and we should be able to catch back up to Vettel and Rosberg hopefully and stay ahead of them. We did pit in 2nd place, remember, for these prime tyres, so hopefully we come back out in 2nd place once people have made their pit stops. But now onto lap 17, onto lap 18, Alonso's coming to the pits now, so we're going to overtake him as he's made his pit stop. So it looks like they are going to start making their pit stops right now. Vettel up in 3rd place there in front of me, Rosberg maybe in 2nd place then, now Hamilton in 1st. I think that's a pretty intelligent guess there, that Rosberg's going to be in 2nd place. So Rosberg seemingly has overtaken Vettel somewhere on track, so that's pretty good to see the AI battling. And now on to lap 19 now, and it looks like someone's in the pits. Let's see, I think it may be Rosberg, as he's gone down to 3rd place, and now he will go down to 4th place as we overtake him, passing him into the pits. So into the first corner, 3rd gear through that left-hander on lap 19. We're up in 3rd place now. Vettel in 2nd, Hamilton 1st. I'm not too sure if Vettel has pit yet. We're going to have to see the split time as we come towards, here we come, the split time will be the end of Sector 1. And he's 5.7 ahead of us, so yeah, that does kind of lean towards, he has already made his pit stop. So we've lost 2nd place here, doing 1 extra stop than the AI. So the 3 stop at the moment is not working for us. Vettel has overtaken us because we did come into the pits in second place on that first pit stop, and now onto the second pit stop. We're down to 4th place yet again, but we were in 3rd previously, so we've lost the place to Vettel there. So the 3-stop not working too well. So on to lap 26, coming out of the pits now. Really weird pit exit, but really nice one indeed. I do like the pit exit here in Abu Dhabi. Generally, in general, I do like the Abu Dhabi track. As we come into lap 32, and the sunshine is the sun is coming down. You can see the sky is looking absolutely gorgeous at the moment. Really looks like a set of fireworks at the moment, really weirdly. And we're still in P4. Raikkonen is behind us in P5. And now we come to lap 38, and we're into P3 now. Rosberg has made his pit stop already. Vettel in second place. He may be making his pit stop soon. So I think he's actually making his pit stop now, as I can see someone in the pits on the mini-map. So here we go. Will this be second place? I think it will be, yes. We're into second place, so Vettel and Rosberg have made their pit stop. But remember, crucially, we've still got our last pit stop to go, because we're doing a 3-stop now. So if Vettel and Rosberg are making their pit stop now, it's going to be very tricky for us to gain that back. I think we may have to settle for 4th place. We'll have to see. So on to lap 42 here. Rosberg right behind me now. And we're yet to make our pit stop yet. We haven't made our pit stop yet. And Rosberg and Vettel are right behind me, because Rosberg's right there. I think Vettel is just off in the distance, maybe a second behind. So not very good. This definitely does confirm to us we may have to settle for 4th place there. Hamilton 24 seconds ahead in 1st place, so he's just completely dominated this race. You know, he was already ahead in the championship, and he's already dominated this race in 1st place. He will definitely be winning the championship here in this career mode season 1. But here we go, down the back straight. Rosberg opening DRS, you can see there his rear flap opens, get the extra speed. He's on the prime tires at the moment, but he easily overtakes us there. We're going to try around the outside to maybe re-overtake him on the right hand side of the track, but the marbles are kind of hampering us there. We just to get into 1st place once again, lose the rear though a tad. Rosberg gets a good exit. He's still in the back of us. We've got -1 of fuel, so we're going to have to save some fuel as well towards the end of the race. But Rosberg and Vettel is right there. You can see the Red Bull of Vettel right there. Rosberg goes to the left-hand side of the track. He overtakes me pretty damn easily. Going to go try down the inside, and it looks like he squeezed us out, and it's pretty much an identical move to the one Hamilton pulled on us. Both Mercedes making an identical move on me, just, you know, 42 laps apart of each other. Very weird to see them making the exact same move. And Vettel right behind me now in 4th place. I'm down to 3rd. He's going to be right on the back of me. But obviously, I'm making my pit stop, so it doesn't really matter. So we're going to have to settle for maybe 4th place, which is very annoying indeed. You know, making the extra pit stop, something that needs to be looked into. I mean, if the tyre wear is the same and the traction is the same for F1 2015 on the next gen, you know, it's really going to be the last straw, because this is really quite annoying and frustrating every time to see the AI much, you know, better on the tyres when they really shouldn't be. They should be at least level with me. So we're down to 4th place now in the pit stop. We're going to come in for our last set of tyres. We're going to be another set of prime tyres towards the end. So we're going to go on to the end of lap 55, and it looks like we're going to have to settle for 4th place. Vettel in 3rd, Rosberg 2nd, Hamilton leading the race, Raikkonen in 5th place. So Raikkonen's overtaken Alonso somewhere. Alonso gone down the field. Alonso and Ricciardo both were very strong in the beginning of the race, but looks like they're seemingly nowhere now. But as I say that though, on lap 55, Ricciardo's come back at us in 5th place on lap 55, last lap of the Grand Prix. Hamilton's won the race. His fastest lap is a 1:44.5. Mine's a 1:45.8. So just showing the pace difference here over the course of a 100% Grand Prix there. It's much better for the AI. But yeah, Ricciardo's come back. He's overtaken Alonso. He's overtaken Raikkonen. And now he's on the back of us. So he's on the option tyres though. So that maybe explains it. He's on the option tyres, the faster tyre there. And on the superior tyres, trying to overtake us. We've defended quite well from him there. Squeezed him out as the Mercedes have done. Squeezed him out there on the chicane. So Ricciardo, that sort of explains it, why he come back at us and managed to overtake Raikkonen in the process. He's on the option tyres somehow. So I think he might have gone prime option, because I'm pretty sure the AI could, I mean, that would be a bit ridiculous if the AI could do option prime option. That would be a bit crazy, but anything's possible. But Ricciardo trying to make it happen. Kobayashi holding us up a tiny bit there. Blue flags obviously come out, but we're just going to hold off Ricciardo there for 4th place now. We're coming through for the last lap of the Grand Prix. Here we go, the last race of the season. It's been a good old fight. Unfortunately, we're going to have to settle for 4th place here. And that is it. Season 1 of career mode is over. 19 episodes. Been a long season. We've got 4th place there. Our teammate comes home in 10th place. We've trounced him again. and unfortunately we couldn't get the win there, but we've got 24 points in the bag with double points, so pretty much the same points as a normal win there. Vettel, though, in third place gets 30 points, so that may be crucial. I think he may have just got enough to jump us in the championship, so we'll have to see how about that. But that has been the last race of the season, guys. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed that. I certainly did. It was good, fun, 100% race. Got a bit kind of annoying that we had to settle for 4th place at the end, but it was a good scrap at the beginning, and overtaking Hulkenberg and Raikkonen on the prime tires, coming back at the AI. That was a good scrap. So if you guys did enjoy that last race of the season, do smash the likes for a 100% race finale. It would be absolutely awesome if we could hit over 1,000 likes on this episode, guys. That would be absolutely amazing. Comment below on what you thought of that race. Comment below on what you thought of the whole season, and favourite it if you will. And I hope you guys really enjoy that. If you're new around here, then do subscribe for more F1 2014 content in the coming weeks. And we're in 4th place in the Drive Championship. So Vettel, annoyingly, has overtaken us in the Drive Championship due to double points. So that's a bit annoying, but you know what, we're going to go to Red Bull next season. Obviously, you guys know I've beaten Ricciardo in the rivalry, so we will be driving for Red Bull in Season 2. So we're going to be his teammate, so, I'm not going to be too mad at him. We're going to have to try and make sure the relationship is good with Vettel, so we can try and maybe get the Constructors, as Red Bull did come second in the Constructors, so it'd be good if we can try and help Red Bull win the Constructors for Season 2. And hopefully, for Season 2, in the Red Bull, we can challenge for the Driver Championship. But yeah, we got 4th place there on that last race. It's been a fun race of the season, a 100% race. We've done 3 100% races over the season. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did enjoy the whole series, then do give it a like. Comment below what you thought. If you missed any of the episodes, then do check out my channel. I've got a series playlist called F1 2014 Career Mode, so you can check out all 19 episodes. And for Season 2, well, you're just going to have to wait. I'm going to be a bit teasing, and I'm just going to let you guys wait, because the announcement will be coming for what's going to be happening for Season 2. The plans for Season 2 are quite ambitious, so you're going to have to wait for the teaser coming up in the next week or so. So hope you guys can stick around for that. So subscribe if you're new for weekly F1 if you're new around here for that good stuff. But I've been aarava. Hope you enjoyed that career mode Season 1. Hope you enjoyed that last 100% race. I've been aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and we'll see you guys next time.
Where we can dream again. I'll tell you all my secrets. We're encouraged like a second skin. The kids are all dying. We're dying to believe.